Champions Cup, folks. The Bulls and Lyon, and I don't have a Lyon cap. Apologies, Lyon fans. I'll have to get myself one. You guys don't usually win in the Champions Cup, but 31-7. That's been a pretty convincing win this morning. I just watched that rather kind of late in the piece, which was good for me, time zone wise, 9 a.m. kickoff. But yeah, we'll go through some key events and stats, and you guys can let us know your thoughts. Apparently, the Bulls' travel situation to France was not ideal. It involved many, many hours of travel, and they kind of looked like a bit of a jet lag team, to be honest. Not to take anything away from Lyon. Lyon were pretty sharp. And I think Lyon certainly handled the conditions a fair bit better. Some of the Bulls' handling in this game was pretty bad from a bunch of guys who are paid to kind of catch and chuck a ball around. So, I mean, sometimes you just get games like that where they just can't catch a cold. So, weird. Weird overall situation. But, I mean, Lyon, like I said, they started sharp. Within a few minutes, they had Marchand over like 4 minutes as the first try, and they pretty much had all the play. They started with a little dink over the top. They managed to turn the Bulls guys over. The breakdown from when they scrambled to gather the ball, and from the resulting penalty, up for the corner, and then to the maul. Marchand goes over for that one. So 7-0 really early, and the Bulls haven't had much of a chance. They're punished shortly after with a penalty. So, Lyon got a 10-point lead. And the Bulls haven't really had much going on. They did manage, after 10, 12 minutes, to finally get themselves down the Lyon end. And, they had a line-out move of their own. And, immediately, Taufua was able to pinch their ball. So, first chance, absolutely snuffed out. Tui Silva starts getting some big carries for Lyon, which is kind of pretty ominous stuff. Next, Bulls entry into Lyon territory. They concede a breakdown penalty, and it was pretty frustrating to watch. I was waiting for the Bulls to get into the game, and every time they seemed to have some kind of momentum, it was just snuffed out, and I was left there kind of shaking my hands. I mean, their best line-out move was on 24, 25 minutes. They got the line-out. They actually had a couple of phases, for Mark had a big carry. They still managed to knock it on, so pretty kind of frustrating. And then just as the Bulls were kind of looking like you're waiting for them to actually get a few phases going, they had the momentum. Lyon were able to turn it around. It's Tui Silva who's involved down the right wing, beats the first tackler, chips over the top. Aronson has to kind of scramble back and just kind of knee the ball back behind his own goal line. So it's a 5-meter scrum for Lyon. The Lyon scrum is monstering the Bulls, which is a little bit disconcerting. The Bulls go on to a yellow card warning. Lyon keep opting for the scrum. And eventually Toussaint was able to go over on 36 minutes. So they avoid the yellow card, the Bulls, because they had scrum advantage, did the Lyon boys, despite the yellow card warning. Nothing was coming. So 17-0. It's all looking like Lyon. And the Bulls keep giving away penalties. Penalty count in this game is pretty horrendous. Eventually Matanzima gets yellow carded. It's just kind of one of those team penalties where the next guy who cops one is going to go to the bin. And sure enough, that yellow card leads to a penalty. The penalty leads to opting for touch. Opting for touch leads to a line out. The line out leads to a maul. And Marchand goes over. So by half time, the Bulls are staring down the barrel of a 24-0 deficit. The rain is coming down. It turns to snow. Or was it snow the whole time? Probably different from what the weather's like in Pretoria right now anyway. So, 24-0. Not ideal, man. I mean, the Lyon boys have had 58% possession, but the Bulls guys have had 61% territory. I wish I had the knock-on stats for halftime. I was using Ultimate Rugby for the stats. They don't do knock-on stats, which is disappointing. But later on, by 60 minutes on the screen, they did pop up the knock-on stats. So by the hour mark, it was 10-1, with the Bulls having 10 knock-ons to Lyon's 1. It was horrendous. It was horrendous. So I wish I'd had them at halftime. Second half, admittedly, it gets under a better way for the Bulls. I mean, they get a try through Curtly Aronson. It's an intercept, so it's not like the Bulls had to work something together and actually, go through 10 phases kind of thing, because they were struggling with the whole handling thing. Toby Arnold just chucks a really wide ball, and Aronson sees it coming from last week, whatever it is. So he just has the gas to go for a try 24-7. I put a line. The Bulls are coming here to play in the second half. Lyon's conceding a few penalties. The Bulls' yellow card's over. And the Bulls are maybe threatening to get back into this game. They have a tap and go. But I think it's Van Staden just like drops it over the line. It's perilously close. If he gets that try, maybe this game, the momentum swings in the Bulls' way and they're able to kind of settle down. But that moment, I think, is kind of a key one. I write as the Bulls come back done on 56 minutes because Bordeaux gets a try. He beats a couple of forwards. There'd been another carry by Tuisova in the build-up. Yeah, they kind of snuffed out the Bulls' potential comeback with that try. So it's 31-7. That's the final scoring of the game, and we've still got more than 20 minutes to play. Yeah, the Lyon scrum continues to be powerful. Papia does well to hold up Taufua from a potential try. But, I mean, Lyon's already got the bonus point in the bag. As I said, the snow's not making life easier. So there are a lot of errors. I had a distraction. Some lovely people came to give me a religious magazine thing to have a read of. So they were a little bit distracting. I had to kind of shoo them away because I was in the middle of watching a game. But there you go. Some quiet reading for me. It's from 2021, so it's an old version. But yes, I missed a little bit of the second half, the 10 minutes at the end, with those people knocking on my door. And yeah, like I said, there wasn't that much to see in the final 10 anyway from what I saw of it. So yeah, 31-7, bonus point for Lyon. I understand they are still in with a shout, depending on how other results pan out with the old the knockout stages of the Champions Cup. I got to admit, I prefer the old format of the Champions Cup where it was pools instead of the two big pools, but I guess they've got their reasons for doing it this way. Final stats, possession, 53-47 to Lyon. The territory stat is the opposite, but for the Bulls, so much of a muchness really. Run meters, 387 to 477, so the Bulls actually had more, but remember, Aronsa clocks up 100 odd, maybe not 100, but a lot with that try. It kind of takes it a little bit, swings the stats a little bit too far one way. But, I mean, all the offensive ball and hand stats are for Lyon. Defenders beaten is 25-13. Clean breaks is 5-2. And then defensively, turnovers won is 11-4. So, combine the fact that the Bulls couldn't catch the ball with the fact that Lyon kept turning them over. Not a great day at the office for the Bulls. And then the Bulls were just getting pinged by the ref, man. 16-7 is the penalty count. Pretty horrendous for the Bulls guys. The Lyon guys tackled at a higher rate, 92 to 83%. Had to make more tackles, 140 to 118 individuals. Aronsa, 140 metres, a clean break and a try. Obviously, many of those 140 metres when he gets the intercept. Bordeaux, the 10 for Lyon, 70 metres, 5 defenders beaten, a try. Pretty good shift from him as well. Sobella, the number 7 for Lyon, gets like 17 tackles. Marco van Staden, close to a try. Top tackler for the Bulls with 15. Had his face kind of patched up a little bit when he took a bit of a knock. But, yeah. I wish that game had been a little bit closer. I was following the scores of the other game at the same time, and I was wondering, maybe I picked the wrong game to watch. Sometimes I'm like to do that with the Champions Cup this year. But anyway, it was good for me to see both these teams, and I think this is the first time I've worn a Lyon jersey in a video because I didn't know I didn't have a Lyon cap. I need to order one. But yeah, there you go. You guys take care of yourselves. Let me know your thoughts on the game, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.